Hello, my name is GregTech, and welcome back to our GregTech New Horizons Season 2. As we can see, we have got our advanced assembly line down to 1 tick per slice, so I don't think it can get any faster than that. And fortunately, this seems to be a pretty large bottleneck in our crafting here. So I have been keeping track of all the things that I want to improve. And like, for example, this, I think we're doing the molecular assembler recipe. I had to wait till it was finished to switch it over to an assembler recipe, just because it's much more quicker. Unfortunately, like a lot of this stuff, I think maybe not those. Like I might have the crafting recipe. I might need to switch, but actually, as I was saying that, I'm like, yeah, actually, I think, yeah, we are actually using the assembler recipe. It's just waiting for the circuits, as we can see. So I am gonna have to. I mean, the only thing we can do with this is just build more advanced assembly lines. So just even getting a second one would decrease the crafting by 50%. Obviously, you start adding more, then it's not as a big of an increase. But yeah, just getting just one more like halves the amount of crafting time. So I think I'm gonna do that. Now the only other kind of issue is while we are crafting up circuits, I might need circuits to build another thing, so I'm best to wait till this stuff is finished, I think. But I kind of was preparing for this. And doing the subnets, I kind of was getting ready to easily expand this. So we'll just basically, yeah, I'll probably just do like a wireless. And then we just add a whole bunch of these as well. Yeah, I think that would be fine. We could just run cabling if we really wanted to, but I think it's just cleaner using the wireless. And then I could even add more controllers if we want. We will need to figure out how we want to supply it with power, though. As we can see, we are only at 256 amps of UMV, so we don't need to go crazy like we did in the other ones. So it makes it easier to get power. The only thing is you can't... Actually, UMV... Oh, no, I keep thinking I can do the wireless, but the only one that has wireless is the UXV. I mean, we could do this. This isn't too bad, actually. It's when you start using a lot of these, I mean, it's a decent amount of resources, and the more of these we craft up, the longer we're pushing off the component assembly line. So I am kind of trying to be a little bit cautious of crafting up UXV parts until I get this. We crafted this one up originally, so maybe we'll just use that one. So that will just make this easier. We don't need to, because I was thinking, I'm like, how are we gonna... I could just stack the transformers, but I think we'll just do... Yeah, I think we'll do that. I'm not going to replace that. It's there, it's set up. There's no point in wasting resources on that. We could, just really quick, we're going to need 43 of these. I don't think we'll probably don't have the white dwarf matter which is kind of what I'm working on. I need more Eye of Harmonies to get the resources. Oh, yeah, we are... we could see some of these recipes. Although I did notice there was one... There was something that... Ooh, hello. Alright, I do have the ruby and the emerald. This I don't have constantly running. I need to get more QFTs. But yeah, look how much like of that we need. So yeah, won't be doing that until we get much more of the things. The Eye of Harmonies. That's just a bit out of reach. I'm thinking like I don't think we're gonna get this upgraded for quite some time. At least 4 of these, maybe like 8 Eye of Harmonies. So that is basically what I am working on at the moment. I'm working on getting everything improved to craft up more Eye of Harmonies. So that is our main goal at the moment. Alright. I guess let me get... Did I put that up high enough? I think it needs to be up one more. Right. So that's the space we need to do the cabling. Yeah, I put that down. That needs to be up one more. Question is, should I do... I only have one of these wireless hatches. Alright, let me get the one up. I might do actually more in the meantime. Again, just getting them powered is a bit of a pain. Although I could just do more transformers moving up. But the only other issue is that I can't... I would have to make sure nothing's crafting. Oh, there's the... we got that down from what? It was 160 seconds per... It was like 2,000. So, using the 1 million amps of UMV, we've got it down to 562 seconds. But you can do 16 at once, so it's not quite as bad. We're doing 5 at once right now. We are also using 12 trillion EU per tick. That is hilarious. Man, we've come far from our first little steam turbine, putting out 32 EU per tick. At 60 seconds. Oh wait, did I? Yeah, that's right. 562 seconds. Alright, anyway, enough talk. Let me get this at least going to help craft these up. And speed this process up. Because, yeah, these infinity chests, they use a ton of circuits. An absolute ton. I'm just finishing up this thing, and I realized I need to... I put the... Alright, yeah. I wish the assembler casings in the solid steel machine casings didn't look the same. Makes them a little bit hard to tell apart when they're in your inventory. I realized I don't have a thing. It's also supposed to be this. I don't have the pattern data stick or whatever. Data stick's actually in there. You actually don't need this data access hatch. Let's actually, I'm going to turn that off. Thankfully it clears out pretty quick. Break that. Put down a great machine. And we'll put this in here. There we go. So, when did we? August 25th last year. How many months ago? That was like 6 months ago. 5 months ago. We scanned that. Yeah, we could do something like this where we hook them all up, you know, to multiple. I think you can like daisy chain them even. Actually, I don't know if you can daisy chain from an assembly line to a thing. Anyway, I'm just gonna go scan another one, which isn't. It's at least for like this one isn't bad. Although at this point, there's not really anything. Also, I'm assuming that's the, yeah. All the things are not too bad. Even that like crazy one we just scanned, it didn't take that. Yeah, it took like a few hours, but it just doesn't really matter. Okay, so there we go. We got a second one going. Also, why is this using less power? That's kind of funny. I know there's different, we're using different hatches. You'd think like that one would use more. That was a bit unexpected. All right, but there we go. We just doubled the speed of our optical assemblers. So this could barely... Okay, there we go. Now it's running full. Now that is running... That's also using 3.5 trillion. Okay, so this is also the reason we're getting more IF harmonies, because we need to produce more power. We are going crazy with the power. Now that I have like upgraded all these things, yeah, look at that go. I tell you though, it feels pretty dang good. Not gonna lie. I am curious how far down that gets. I still haven't added another one. I may add another one. Just to be safe, if like both of these are running at the exact same time. I don't want it to run out, because that would feel horrible. But okay, yeah, that's using 32 trillion EU per tick. That's only using 12 billion, so that's like nothing. But yeah, these are using 20 billion. Actually, that's not trillion, that's just billion. That's like nothing now. But now this can actually keep up, or these can actually keep up with this now. So even the optical computer, we are down to 1 tick per slice. We can't get that any faster. I'm curious if like that's overdoing it. It might be. I don't know. So where is... There it is. Yep, that is quite a bit faster. Yeah, so now we're crafting them up faster than we can produce the fuel generators, which is where we want to be. We don't want this not running because we're not producing the stuff fast enough. Like now this is the bottleneck. So that's good. I mean, obviously there's a lot of stuff before we got to this point that we need to fix, namely this stuff. All right, let me pull that while I am here. I really should go through... Man, the interface terminal has gotten super laggy since the update. I know a lot of stuff changed. I'm assuming that's why we're having issues. Like, I really should go through here and just pull out, like, okay, we don't need that anymore. Ludus Transformer, probably not. And if we ever need it again, there's probably an assembler recipe for it now. Yeah, so there is an assembler recipe for now. So a lot of this stuff is probably obsolete. Vulcanus, don't think we're ever going to craft that up again. Probably can pull that out. So yeah, we could go through here. And I mean, even the bucket, I'm sure the bucket recipe has an assembler recipe. Oh, it doesn't. Oh, it has a bending machine recipe. But I don't think I have a 12 in the bending machine. So if I wanted to, we could, when I expand the bending machines, we could add a 12 and then throw the bucket there. So just something to think about. Yeah, we don't have a 12. That's why that isn't there. All right, I'm getting distracted again. What was that? Fluid manipulator. We did need lots of these. I think they were for the tanks, the fluid cells or whatever they are. I don't remember actually. But we'll switch that from a crafting recipe to an assembler. Yeah, you don't want really anything on the molecular assemblers. You're crafting up too much stuff. Like, there's just the amounts that you need. Those molecular assemblers aren't designed to handle millions of items. All right, cool. I really should just continue adding more. At least 4. I think like 4 is a good starting off point. That's why I have like 4 of those. Yeah, because I don't know the math, but if it's like 1 and then it's like 50% and then it's like 33% of the time and then 25% of the time if you have 4. Is that right? That sounds right in my head. As I always say, don't do math while you're recording because you will not sound smart. Okay, so got that taken care of. I might start crafting these up too. Okay, so I'm just setting up 2 more of these, and I just wanted to point out that apparently we can right-click or a left-click with the data hatch, or oh my goodness, a data stick, and then right-click to copy. So there is definitely a easier way to set these things. So thank you for the hint. That makes that much, much easier when you're doing hundreds of them. So, all right, we got that set up. I do need to scan a couple of the optical circuits here. I just used more. It might take me a second to get this done because I just crafted up 2 more of those. I'm like, you know what? Let's just craft these up. It's going to take some resources, that's like Universium and stuff. But you know what? It's just going to make it easier to get power into those assembly lines, which will make it easier to craft more up in the future. And I think while we're on that, I might start... I don't want to mess with this because, yeah, that has a thing in it. But I'm probably just going to throw that in the main base or something like that. Now that I know we have the Singularity crafting storage, I didn't know that when I crafted up the big one originally. I didn't realize there was a... I think I never, like... When I would do crafting, like for some reason I didn't even... That didn't even register that that was a, like, unlimited one. I've just been clearing out some stuff, and I'm basically just deleting all these laser hatches. I mean, that is a lot of materials we are avoiding that we have used, but it doesn't matter at this point. We're never going to use them again. I can't do anything with them. We'll just sit in the A system. So I'm just getting rid of everything. Now, we have broken down all our, what was that, the fuel stuff, the fuel, Naquata fuel, Naquata, however you say it. I am in the process. I'm about to start breaking all this down, but I do want to start thinking about this. All right, that's all going to be voided. Just thinking. Don't think that's gonna... I couldn't remember. I'm like, I know this blows up, but I don't think it's gonna blow up if it's not on. If it runs out of water, it can blow up. I do know that. So, gonna break all this down. A lot of this stuff, output hatch, just gonna delete it. There's no point in keeping it. And yeah, we'll get all this stuff done and cleared out. And I'm trying to decide how I want to go about doing the extruders, because there are actually quite a lot of hatches. I think I have like 15 different input buses on the thing, so I think there is a couple that we probably don't need all. Let me just finish this really quick. Go. Oop. Quantum tank 3, probably don't need that. Quantum tank 5 we would, but 3 probably don't need it. So I think I'm gonna deal with all this stuff too. Just more stuff connected to the A system is it's just it's pointless to have it there. You know, it could be causing frame rate issues and all sorts of stuff the more stuff we have. So yeah, we're just gonna get rid of it. There's no point in having it. Should have kept that one. I do keep the UV ones. I still have used those every once in a while. Yeah. And that terminal is just really laggy. So yes, these. So this is all the buffers that we have. So I'm thinking we could probably just have like one of the extruders have all these recipes. Like the bolts we definitely need. And then like these cans, well, we don't need millions of these empty cells, so I could probably do without doing that. So I think in some of these, I don't know if we need those on every single one, but like gears we need, large pipes we definitely need. Like this one, possibly. We might need the huge ones in some other recipe. That one we definitely do because we use a lot of those. Yeah, anything with like eternity stuff is definitely we need. I don't remember if we still use that, to be honest. I think we do. Fortunately, I don't think there is any other... I don't think there's any other way to do that. I guess we could do it. Oh, no, that's the... I mean, there probably isn't any other way to go about doing it. I think it's because we get the... That's right. It's because we get these... Thought we did. Oh, do we not do that anymore? Advanced Nights and all. Do we? I think we get that from the DTPF, don't we? Still doesn't. Still doesn't show up when you type DTPF. I think we get Advanced Nights and all from this now, don't we? Anyway, I'm gonna have to sort out how we go about. Yeah. Oh, that's Astral Titanium. Maybe that's what I was thinking of. Yeah, I don't think we actually use this anymore. All right, cool. But I'm gonna slowly move all this stuff away. Kind of like I did my cutting machine, I move that slowly as I replace everything. And I'm kind of working on getting this broken down as well. As you can see, I've completely gotten rid of all the transformers on this side of the base. This is all being fed by wireless now. Or in the very rare case, I am just feeding a transformer with a wireless hatch. Yeah, this is all wireless. I mean, it looks pretty cool now. So I need to continue doing this, and plus the main base is still kind of randomly fed. There's some random things in here that are fed, like my infusion is fed by that multi-block right there. So, and like I still have 5 channels connected. to the A system. I don't know where it's going. Are we actually using it? Yep, we are actually using this. This is our thing. This was our blast furnace platform, and I just converted it, and I never did anything about it. So I could just do that and then convert it to like a wireless and hook it directly. So there is just a lot of cleanup. I'm just trying to get the base cleaned up, organized. It's gonna be just, I mean, it's not exactly an attractive base, but it's basically just gonna be large groups of the same multi-block over and over again. Oh, apparently I'm not using that. There we are. All right. And so that it gets rid of that. I just got to be careful when I'm breaking this stuff down. I don't accidentally break that, because we'll blow stuff up. Man, do we still? I could just feed this with a wireless. This is our scanner. There's some random recipes that still require that. What is that? That's 1,000 amps of UXV. It's still... Oh, we're getting power from here. I don't even think this is connected to this one. I think this is obsolete. See, there's lots of obsolete stuff in the base. It might have still been connected, but I don't think it's anymore. We were actually getting it from 2 different places. I didn't realize that. Cover that up. All right. So this. All right, this can be switched out, I think. That's a UEV. That's tiny. So, all right. I just kind of have to start at the end. Although this doesn't even need to be here. Like, this just random mega chemical reactor doesn't even need to be here. All this stuff is pretty much obsolete. Man, the whole base is like, this is all obsolete for the most part. Okay, I'm still talking away here. I think we're gonna just start. I need to. I don't know where to start. It's so like, it's a bit overwhelming. All this stuff is going to be eventually broken down when I build the stuff. I'm just kind of going in order of what we use the most of. So extruders, solidifiers, bending, and that solidifier, and wire mills. That's the slowest part right now. I'm just thinking we might not have enough. I do. Do we want to share wall? Okay, I guess that was... Somehow I got completely distracted. When I was talking about the extruder, we're talking about, do we share walls? Because there is so many different things. And I think it's probably easier if you actually don't, to be honest. We'll just kind of do that, I think. Because if you start sharing, then it gets confusing which ones are actually working. So I guess that. So it's over, yeah, every 2. And I definitely need, I made enough for 32 of these, but I know we could be, like, none of this stuff is final. I am trying to get it in a sort of easy, I keep doing that. Something that's like a bit easier to expand. So that's why I know I'm putting this here and I don't have much room to expand, but if I'm thinking 8, how many is that? I don't know. I like 8 because then it's like 8, 16, 32. I don't know. It's just a nice Minecraftian number. And then they'll be on the backside. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 3. All right. So that will go there. I could do this. Okay, so that'll be that row, and then I could probably just start doing another row. And we're just gonna kind of pack them in. I don't usually like them that close. Let's. I feel like that's gonna annoy me. I'm gonna regret doing it that way. I like having 3 spaces, so I can. And then we'll do another 16 there, I think. Yeah, all this stuff is going to be rebuilt. This was kind of to get us to the Eye of Harmony, whereas now we're working on the Stargate, so it is quite a bit more complicated. All right, I think that is good. Now, unfortunately, we're just kind of, we're not really going to be doing anything new here. This is me just ramping up the base to like 1,000,000%. And just redoing all this stuff. Okay, so yeah, before we start getting that, I want to get the extruders up at least, and I need all 4 of these to be honest, because those space-time things actually did take a decent amount of time. Yeah, but all right, I'm going to continue doing this, and hopefully we will start getting the Eye of Harmonies, because, like I said, the next real expensive thing is probably upgrading our component assembly line to the final tier, because we're going to need millions of these, so we're going to want to do the most efficient recipe. So if you don't know, like, you use like 3/4 or whatever. Like, you get 64 of those, but you only put in 48 items worth of materials. And then, like, you also get that on, like, for example, the robot arm also gets that discount on the pistons, because the pistons also do. They only require 48 motors, and you get 64. So, like, if you're doing the robot arms, you're getting a discount on multiple things. It is just so much cheaper if you need millions of these. But anyway, I think that is probably, after the Eye of Harmonies, probably that. We need to be getting way more dwarf matter for those. So that is kind of what we're working on. And plus we need more power too. All the things. Just more and more Eye of Harmonies. Anyway, that's going to be it for today. So thanks for watching, and have a good one.